Hey guys, in this show, I'm going to speak about Keefe D's new confession, the unaliving of G Money Lil Ronnie and his daughter, and the most toxic relationship in the world, the Republicans and the Democrats. Stay tuned. Hey guys, let's start today's discussion with the whole Keefe D thing. For all of you guys that do not know, Keefe D was alleged and basically admitted to being a part of the murder of Tupac Shakur, and he's going back on his word, per se. So, to start today's discussion, I will start with his clip as he did originally admit to being a part of the assassination of the great Tupac Shakur.
About what happens next. Based on what the book says, Zip uh, gave you a Glock, gave you guys a Glock, and you guys tossed it in the back seat. And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
No, we coming up, what's the name? What's that, Flamingo? Yeah, I think that's Flamingo. We was coming up Flamingo and got to the light. We was gonna go drink and smoke some weed, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac.
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next?
And we just came, and shit. I ain't gonna go into the details like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you got it in the book. You done played it, everything else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, in the book, you said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
No, shit. Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started shooting at Tupac and Suge.
Lane starts blasting. You say Suge looks over, he sees you. He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looked at me.
Okay. When he looks over at you, and then Tupac's busy getting shot. Evidently, the story is Tupac's trying to either get out
In
of
the
the
back
line.
seat or something.
Yeah. What do you see happening inside their
Jumping
car?
in. I seen a bullet going Suge's head. I thought he was dead.
So Orlando shot across Dre?
He leaned over on the window. We rolled down the window, popped.
Who was it?
They would drove on my side. I would have popped them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right.
I'm not gonna go into details on that one. Keep the streets on me. I ain't gonna go.
All right, guys. Now you have seen the confession. Now, I want you guys to see what this guy is saying now. It's so funny, everyone wants to commit to this gangster lifestyle, but when it gets real, everybody starts getting out the field, it seems like. I'm going to show you guys a clip of Keefe D, his most recent statement from behind bars as he was implicated in the murder of Tupac Shakur, as he admitted to on that interview and in his book. And he did not personally shoot him, but as we all know and have had some type of dealings with this law system in one way or another, we know that you are still guilty by association, and he was definitely in the situation as he had intricate details that only a person that was actually there could have had. So I will show you guys this next clip of Keefe D.
Speaking out from behind bars for the first time, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis insists he was 300 miles away when the rapper was shot. Now he's pointing the finger at someone else. Chief Investigative Correspondent Erica Tursky has this ABC News exclusive.
We ain't meant to survive 'cause it's a setup.
The death of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago became one of the nation's most notorious unsolved murders.
Hey, Keith, Metro Police, come over here.
Then in 2023, a breakthrough when prosecutors charged this man with ordering the hit, the only person arrested for Shakur's murder, who now tells ABC News authorities have the wrong man.
I'm innocent. I ain't killed nobody, never did ever kill nobody. They don't have no evidence against me. Came and put me in Las Vegas.
61-year-old Dwayne Keefe D. Davis says the night of the murder, September 7, 1996, he was in Los Angeles, 300 miles from the Las Vegas intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down.
Prove that I orchestrated this. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Key with
Family, do you see this nonsense? Oh, God, man, this is so ridiculous. All right. The guy is now saying that he was 300 miles away or something in another place in Los Angeles when he got famous and for telling everyone that he was the one that set up this whole thing. He did not actually shoot it, but he would have shot Tupac if it had been on his side. Now he's going back on his story. What this illustrates to me is the same old story with all of the guys that go to jail. Everybody's innocent. It reminds me of Shawshank Redemption, right? With Morgan Freeman and the other guy. And it happens all the time, and it's like he's gotten inside. He's not on the weed. He's not on the alcohol or whatever else he probably indulges in. You never know these days. And he looks like a normal person now. He's speaking he's trying to speak in complete sentences. I mean, he's a normal person now, and now he's come to his senses. But he has forgotten that he has so much evidence already against him that he created himself. I mean, how dumb could you be, right? Speaking of dumb, I want to go into my next topic, which is going to be the murder of the rapper G Money Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter. They were both unalived by two people that I do not care for, as I personally did meet Ronnie in person. Loved the guy. He was a good guy, a great guy. His daughter had absolutely nothing to do with anything, and I don't believe he did either. These two guys that did this to that family deserve everything that comes with it. And I want to show you guys, for the people that do not know, a small clip of these guys to show you the character that I am speaking on.
For two capital murder suspects who killed a father and daughter in Forest Hill. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager. Police say 24-year-old Adonis Robinson and 21-year-old Jacoby Russell are responsible for shooting and killing a local rapper, Ronnie Sibley, and his 5-year-old daughter Monday at a car wash. Fox 4's Dion Anglin has the latest from police. Dion.
Hey there, Steve. The police chief here in Forest Hill says the search is on for the two men responsible for this double murder. The chief also called them cowards. Two capital murder suspects are now identified and subjects of a manhunt.
They're scared. They're cowards. They're hiding.
They are 24-year-old Adonis Robinson and 21-year-old Jacoby Russell, both of Fort Worth. Investigators say the two are the gunmen captured by surveillance cameras at a car wash Monday during the ambush and double murder of music rap artist Ronnie Sibley and his 5-year-old daughter, Armani.
We have public enemy number 1, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number 2, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run.
Public records show Robinson was arrested in 2019 and later convicted for the violent assault of a woman who was walking along a trail near Marine Creek Reservoir. Forest Hill police will not speculate on a motive in the double murders, nor will they say if or how the suspects and victims are connected, pointing out the Texas Rangers are the lead agency in the investigation.
Based on the music industry that he's a part of, it is all part of the investigation.
All right, guys. Now, those two guys, man, you got to get it. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's two weirdos. And when you look at their police records, unfortunately, they should have been locked up a long time ago. And the precedents that it could set for the rest of us is terrible, man. We got to do something about these guys. It's hard to really notice them, out of the ordinary, as most weirdos are able to blend in. But one of these guys were accused of like trying to pull a woman's pants down in a trail. The other guy had like shot somebody 3 weeks before, and I mean, come on, man. I mean, this is ridiculous, and this is why the penalties are getting stiffened in different scenarios. Even I believe Donald Trump was talking about giving death penalties to drug dealers, which I am not for, because it's going to be weaponized against all of us on the lower levels. But you don't make our argument any better with these types of doings. It really was senseless. Why would you do this family like this? What did they do to you? What did the daughter do to you? I mean, are you trying to prove that you're a gangster? You're trying to prove you're a gangster, right? But as soon as you guys got caught, both of y'all was doing this. You see what I'm saying? Both of y'all doing this right here. Come on, man. Now, I mean, nobody's going to remember you except the guys that did the worst things. We want the worst things to happen to you at this point. I mean, we have no sympathy for you. As a matter of fact, I would like to show you what I would particularly like to happen to you guys, as it did happen to a South Carolina man as I was going through my research. And I'll show you guys that clip right now of what I would like to happen to those two gentlemen that did this to our beloved G Money Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter.
To face execution by firing squad in South Carolina later this week. 76-year-old Brad Keith Sigmund was sentenced to death back in 2002 for the murders of Gladys and David Lark. It was determined they were killed with a baseball bat. The Greenville County coroner tells WSPA he remembers the 2001 crime scene.
Both were brutally murdered. I remember that Mrs. Lark was actually sitting in a chair. Mr. Lark, he was on the floor, and both had multiple blunt force injuries that we could see immediately.
The state's Department of Corrections says Sigmund was given a choice between lethal injection, electric chair, or firing squad. This will be the first time a firing squad will be used in South Carolina. Sigmund's attorneys have reportedly filed for clemency to change his sentence to life without parole. But the governor has not indicated.
All right, guys. I will give that guy a little speck of honor with his weirdo self. At least he chose to die by the gun. A lot of you guys are trying to get out of the frying pan at this time. You don't want to live with the consequences that come with being in that lifestyle. I will speak on it because I think it is hurting our community. It is definitely hurting our community. Everybody wants to live up to this lifestyle when you can live and be fabulous and glorious in all ways. I mean, there's millionaires in every industry. There's always that element of flyness that is their family. You don't have to be the bad guy in the movie, because they never show you the part where they wither away in a cell and die and have all these health problems and nobody's there to care for them. Right? That's the reality. At the end of the movie, when the bad guy, gets his shine on, and he finally goes down, you notice the movie ends right there. But in real life, it continues. And it continues with you finding out how much you have messed up the rest of your life. And with that being said, I'm going to get off of the everyday person, because I believe this toxic behavior can be a reflection of our current political climate, with the Democrats and Republicans being two of the worst entities I have ever seen as far as a toxic relationship. They have us every 4 years basically running to the other side of an island from the other party, and we keep getting the same freaking results. Donald Trump is at least living up to his promises, but I am not in bed with any political party. I am in bed with whoever is in bed with me. So, but I wanted to illustrate that point because it's bigger than just the street people. It just toxic culture is around the board, and you people in the political arena, you guys have been the worst. And I will start with my first clip on that right here.
Get riot warning. Going to try to get compliance, but this is now effectively a riot.
49 hours declaring it a riot.
Cruiser 5 to 50, be advised, Cal Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
We have a breach of the Capitol! Breach of the Capitol!
Those are your patriotic Republicans storming the Capitol after the Donald Trump loss. Remember that, guys? Let's not forget about all of this, right? They were acting a plumb fool, right? They were acting a plumb fool. Now they want to act as if they are the model for civility. When we know that you guys did this, I mean, you guys went to jail. You went and put your feet up on people's desks. I believe somebody got killed. Then you wanted to try to use the poor black guy that actually tried to shoot back at some type of poster child for he did wrong. He's the only person that seemed to do right in the situation, as far as I'm concerned, because you should have been shot. I'm sorry, that's just the way it should be said, because if it had been any other people other than the people that actually stormed that Capitol, I believe that it would have been shots fired on the crowd. Now, with that saying, I will not let the Democrats off of the hook because I noticed a trend here. You guys are like a terrible relationship between two toxic people. One breaks out the car glass window, the other slashes the tires, and there is a tit for tat when somebody pisses the other one off, and there is no reasonable, rational form of expression. And I'll show you the Democrats acting a fool right now, guys.
Tesla chargers going up in flames. Investigators believe someone intentionally set them on fire around 1 o'clock Monday morning.
I happen to use these chargers often, and it's scary that someone would come and torch this because it's hazardous to society, hazardous to the air, and dangerous to all of us. So it's really unfortunate.
The chargers are located in the Point Shopping Center in Littleton. The incident comes as Tesla vehicles and dealerships have been targeted in response to CEO Elon Musk's cost-cutting measures and the Trump administration.
If it was a targeted event, I'm sure it was because of him for sure, but who knows?
Law enforcement hasn't said what the motive may have been or if it was a political statement.
Well, I think it's a very dangerous thing to do.
This is just one of the incidents, as this has been occurring around the world for you guys that do not know. And I mean, there's no difference to me. There's no difference at all. Y'all are both acting a fool. Every time somebody does or says something that you don't like, all hell breaks loose. The Democrats are doing it more in a guerrilla warfare type of way. The Republicans are less like screw you, and they're overt with it, right? And I just believe that it is a whole toxic situation from the politics down to the streets. And man, it is pretty sickening, but it's very entertaining. And you guys keep up the work by being the clowns in the circus. All right. I am Twaun X. This is the Double Take Podcast, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Hey guys, if you liked this video as much as I did, please take the time to support me by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk to you guys soon.